Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name.
Thanks for tuning in to our daily inspiration again. And as always, I hope all of you here are going to learn a lot from the short video this time. Now, all the clips that I want to share with you are quite short, and each clip covers somewhat different subject. So without wasting any more time, let's start with the first one on the list.
Saint Teresa of Avila. It's known in theology as the transverberation. And I went to Avila to see if this was a mystical or actual phenomenon. And her heart is in a reliquary in Avila, and it still has a hole in it to this day. Teresa of Avila's heart literally has a hole in it. And it happened when the angel thrust the shaft of God's love through it. But yeah, this is a stigmata of the heart that took place physically. God allows, when he calls a soul to a special or unique mission, what are called extraordinary graces. He allows them to experience what we don't, and that is extraordinary graces. Or take, for example, St. Padre Pio. He would bleed daily from the stigmata, but the doctors remained baffled because he didn't lose 1 ounce of blood, and they could not explain this. And things like this that defy science or natural laws are known as miraculous or supernatural, extraordinary graces, interventions from God that he gives to see on unique circumstances to unique individuals.
And speaking of extraordinary graces, there's a clip of Monsignor Rossetti that I'm reminded of. He talked about the relationship and interaction between St. Gemma Galgani and her guardian angel. Listen to this.
When I think of guardian angels, I often think of St. Gemma Galgani. She had a regular discourse with her guardian angel. This quote from her biography: "My guardian angel does not cease to watch over me, to instruct me, and to give me wise counsel. Many times during the day, he reveals himself to me and talks to me. Yesterday, he kept me company while I ate, but he didn't force me like the others do. After I'd eaten, I didn't feel well at all, so he brought me a cup of coffee, so good that I was healed instantly, and then he made me rest a little." I'm often joshing my guardian angel, you never bring me coffee. But obviously this is a special graced event for her. But I think it teaches us something, that our guardian angel is with us, instructing us, watching over us, giving us wise counsel, and helping us to live a happy and a holy life. As a matter of fact, in this one moment, that coffee obviously had a real grace to it. And then he asked her, after she was healed, to rest a little. So let us be like Gemma and have a warm daily conversation with our guardian angel, listen to his wise counsel.
And for the next clip, just because we have just listened to that clip on St. Gemma and her guardian angel, let's listen to this one on heaven. Listen to this.
The angels and saints continue to grow in knowledge. They don't stop, because God is an inexhaustible, eternal source. He has no beginning, no end. So if he has no end, then we can never arrive and say, I contain all the truth, I'm done. Because we're constantly growing. And that's why heaven is a dynamism. It's ongoing for all eternity and growth. One advantage they have is they enjoy the beatific vision, which we don't. And that beatific vision imparts to the rational soul, whether it's an angel or a human, what's known as impeccability, immutability, incorruptibility, immortality, and impassibility. We don't enjoy any of these. We can enjoy immutability on the inside only, but in heaven they don't age. It's not like they get old or anything. So their bodies enjoy that immutability as well. They don't experience any suffering. That's impassibility. When Christ came to earth, he experienced everything we experience: aging, suffering, death.
And now, for the last clip that I want to share with you will be another one from Father Iannuzzi, and this time it's going to be on the Trinity, as well as on the 3 theological virtues.
3 theological virtues, okay? Faith, hope, and love begin with baptism. When it comes to theological gifts, they're not yet virtues, they're gifts. So hope may be related to the Son, as you mentioned, in as much as for 4,000 years, mankind was waiting with hope for the incarnation of Christ. He was the great hope for humanity. And when that took place, that hope gave way to reality. It was fulfilled in the incarnation, the act of redemption, and the sending forth of the Holy Spirit. So hope gives way to love. And you put love and related that to the Holy Spirit. You can relate to that in as much as when the sun sets, S-U-N, when the sun sets, and when the Son of God sets his life, he dies, what happens? The moon rises. The Holy Spirit is sent forth. And just as in the book of Revelation, the sun will turn dark and the moon to blood red, so the moon is like a host that he leaves in his memory of his passing. And that's how he remains with us till the end of the age in the form of a host, which is like the moon. And the moon will turn blood red, which is the blood he shed for us. So you can make a lot of symbols or metaphors here. But I think that, and the Father, I suppose with faith, we can relate to our journey on earth in as much as its goal is to not be judged, but to live by faith to avoid that judgment. Because the Father will judge us, right? Jesus says that. He will sit with the Father, but the Father's the one, the ultimate judge. And we're judged based upon our faith performance. So, yeah, it's a beautiful way of approaching the three divine persons through the three theological gifts that begin at baptism, but they become virtues once we attain the age of reason, because virtues are subject to increase based on exercise. But gifts are not. Gifts are freely given above and beyond human exercise. That's why they're freely given at baptism. But then after they're given, they're subject to growth through our exercise of faith, hope, and love.
Well then, that will be all for the video this time. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to be here again, and hopefully all of you have learned a lot from this video. Remember, if there's any feedback or suggestion, please let us know in the comments below. Anyway, if you like what we do and you'd like to support us, I left a link to our PayPal donation in the description box below and from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for your continuous support, contributions, and prayers. And until the next one, thanks again for watching and may God bless you.
God dispenses graces. Take, for example, an apparition. Why did the Blessed Mother appear to three shepherd children, Lucia, Jacinta, Francisco, and not other nuns in a convent who are holier than them? Or why didn't he appear to the Pope? Why did he appear to three shepherd children? This is God's dispensation. God dispenses graces according to his great design that only he sees. So he permits only certain events that will impact certain moments in history, or even certain individuals in heaven, in purgatory, on earth. And if God permits that the angels and the saints participate in the Mass, it's in the measure in which he permits it. And we know that that measure that he permits it it corresponds to, it's in conformity with their degree of holiness that they attained. And this determines, by the way, the different choirs of angels. Why are there certain, we can say, why are there more souls closer to the altar at the Mass than other souls in heaven? And why does one soul participate more than the other? Because of their holiness or lack thereof. Take, for example, Jesus reveals, do you know why there are different choirs of angels, one superior to the other? There are some which are closer to my throne, closer to the altar. And do you know why? It is because my will revealed itself in one single operation, but to some with one single extension of knowledge and qualities, to others with two, to some with three, to others with four, and so on, up to the 9 choirs. And with each additional manifestation of the one operation of my will that they received, some became superior to others. And the first ones, more than the others, were capable and more worthy of remaining closer to my throne, closer to my altar. Same thing with the Mass. Okay, now the question is, why would God choose to give this angel more and the other angel less? Isn't that unfair? Well, it's because of the rebellion of the angels. Guess who was the most loyal at the moment of the rebellion among all the angels? Saint Michael. That's why God gave him the lead of the angels and allowed him to depose Lucifer. No other angel, not Raphael, not Gabriel, Michael. Why was Michael so great? Because he had no example to follow. He did it on his own. He showed more loyalty than all the other angels, and that's why he's the closest. You say, wait a minute, he's not a seraphim, and according to the theology of the angels, the seraphim are the closest. Then it comes, and the archangels are like 4 angels down in the choir. But at that moment, God pushed Michael up, made him higher than Lucifer. So according to their fidelity and loyalty at that moment, they acquire these choirs, you're saying. So on earth, the same with us. We acquire our proximity to the throne of God according to our loyalty on earth, and therefore in heaven we participate in the Mass more according to our holiness proven on earth.